Good evening, everyone. On behalf of SEMS Welfare Foundation, I warmly welcome you all to today's session on pros and cons of technology in education. I am Tyasha Jana, your host for the evening. At SEMS Welfare Foundation, our vision is to empower communities through awareness, education, and action. In partnership with Digi Shamaksh, which supports growth through technology and data driven solutions, we aim to create platforms that spark meaningful conversations like the one we are about to have today. Education today is experiencing a major shift. Technology has opened doors to unlimited resources and innovative learning, but it also raises concerns about over reliance, digital divides, and student well being. To understand this balance better, we are joined by a remarkable speaker. It is an honor to introduce Dr. P.V.S. Ganesh Subramani. With nearly 4 decades of teaching experience across state, central, and international boards, as well as in colleges of education, arts, and science institutions, he has nurtured generations of learners both in Tamil Nadu and abroad. Currently, he serves at Sri Rosie Vidyalaya Senior Secondary School, Periyakulam. Beyond the classroom, Dr. Subramani has been a resourceful person for numerous seminars, workshops, and debates. He has received Best Teachers Awards and actively contributes to service organizations. We are delighted to welcome him today. Now, without further ado, I'd like to hand over this knowledge session to Dr. Subramani. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to discuss pros and cons of usage of technology in classroom. First, let us see what is technology. Technology is the practical application of scientific knowledge to solve real-world problems and improve human welfare. Its aim is to achieve a commercial or industrial objective. Imagine a world without technology, no internet, no vehicle, no phones, no machines, and no electricity. We can agree that it is a nightmare. Every part of our life revolves around using technology. Do you own an online business? The internet and software tools you use are gift of technology. It is true for our cooking tools, cars, buses, trains, and modern machines. Technology improves human environment and solve problems. For example, early humans used stones to create fire and forge weapon in the Stone Age. This technological development helped early people to survive. Many other technological advances have propelled societal changes. The internet and the telephone made it possible to communicate with people from any location. Today, emerging technologies have positive impact on our world. Take the artificial intelligence chatbots, ChatGPT as an example. The artificial intelligence tools answers any question you ask in a conversational tone. It can write letters, code, songs, poems, short stories, resumes, and cover letters. Education. Education is the transmission of knowledge and skills, the development of character traits. Formal education occurs within structured institutional framework, such as public schools following a curriculum. Non-formal education also follows a structural approach, but occurs outside the formal schooling system, which for informal education involves unstructured learning through daily experiences. Formal and non-informal education are categorized into levels, including early childhood education, primary education, secondary education, and tertiary education. Other classification focus on teaching methods, such as teacher-centered, student-centered education, and on subjects such as science education, language education, physical education. Additionally, the term education denote the mental stateness and the qualities of educated individuals and academic field in studying educational phenomena. Technology used in education. In the 21st century, education and learning has evolved with rapid growth. The usage of technology has come into the picture with its wide advancement. The education has been integrated with the technology, that is, educational resources, has been integrated with the digital source and tools. Technology in education is more than usage of digital tools and application. Due to technology in education, the access and spread of information is worldwide and in your palm now. The paradigm shift has now changed from blackboard to small classes. You can explore more about contribution of technology in education. What is technology in education? Technology in education means inclusion of technology, digital tools, applications, and online software to teaching, learning, and its administration. It inserts information and communication technology, that is ICT in education. It facilitates the process of teaching and learning, requiring enhancement of certain skills. Technology in education has gone beyond use of digital tools and software. It has become extensive, inclusive, and personalized in its learning. Educators or teachers can adjust learning techniques, methods, styles, format, etc., as per students' requirement. Modern education bridges the educational gaps and meets the requirement of the digital world. It demands to use technology effectively in order to enhance educational learning. The latest technology in education include artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, blockchain, and analytics, transforming teaching, learning, and administrative processes. Artificial intelligence refers to the capability of a digital computer or computer controlled robot to perform tasks commonly associated with intelligent beings. These tasks include reasoning, learning, problem solving, perception, and language understanding. Artificial intelligence system can be categorized into various types based on their capability and functionalities. Types of artificial intelligence. Reactive machines. The first one. They are most basic types of artificial intelligence that can only react to simple input. They do not have memory based functionality and cannot use past experience to inform current decision. An example is IBM Deep Blue, which is designed to play chess. Second type of artificial intelligence is limited memory. These artificial intelligence systems can use past experiences to inform future decisions. Self-driving cars are an example as they observe other cars' speed and direction to make better driving decisions. Third type of artificial intelligence is theory of mind. This type of artificial intelligence can understand emotions, belief, and the thoughts of other entities. It is still a theoretical concept and has not been realized yet. Fourth type is self-aware artificial intelligence. These artificial intelligence systems possess self-awareness and consciousness. They can understand their own state and predict others' emotions. This type of artificial intelligence is purely hypothetical and has not been developed. Next one is augmented reality, shortly called AR. AR is the technology that overlays digital content over real world environment. With the help of cameras and sensors, artificial augmented reality can detect the user surrendering and project digital elements onto them. This technology modifies the user's environment by enhancing the experience with digital objects such as video, audio, text, which become part of users' real life experience. Next one is virtual reality called VR. This is the name of computer technology that makes a person feel like they are somewhere else. It uses software, produces sound, images, and other sensation to create a different place so that a user feel like he or she is really part of other place. The other place can be a real one to take a tour in another country, for instance, or imaginary playing a game. Next one is blockchain. It is a decentralized digital ledger that allows two parties to make transactions and record them in real time securely. This centralized ledger distribute this data to nodes, computers, of the network across globe. In simple words, as its name suggests, blockchain is a made of chain of block. Each block stores related transaction. So blockchain is a chain of data. When new data gets added to the system, it leads to new block being added to the existing previous chain of blocks. And all computers with the network up to update this information, making it hard for anyone to forge data. Next one is analytics. Analytics is the scientific process of finding and sharing patterns within data. It turns raw information into insight that people make better decisions. Analytics uses statistics, computer programming, operating research to measure, understand the data, which makes it useful in areas that gather large amount of information such as business, healthcare, sports, science, etc. Examples of technology in education, e-learning.
Hello, hello.
Good
Yes,
evening,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were not able, no, audible. Now you're audible, sir. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. E-learning with technology, education has shifted to different e-learning platforms such as Google, Coursera, Microsoft, Zoom, Whiteboard, online teaching, and websites, etc. Smart board. Modern education has replaced the old way of teaching to digital smart board. With the help of technology, smart board can showcase and insert images, pictures, charts, animation, tables, and lesson. Projector. Projector are used in inserting visual effect to classroom learning, such as usage of images, pictures, educational videos, animation, and presentation. Video conferencing. Video conferencing support classes on platforms such as Zoom, Google, Microsoft. Personalized classes facilitates learning with the teaching even in remote areas. Educational applications. Educational applications such as Google Classroom, Microsoft, and personalized applications of instruction help students to learn. Students can learn through quizzes, classes, assessment, test. Now we are going to see about the advantages of using technology in education. The first advantage is accessibility in education. Technology has widened the access of education across the world. Due to barriers like place and time, education was restricted and selectively available. But nowadays, with the help of technology and internet connection, learning is easily available to even remote places. The rate of education has risen over the years, accessible to almost all background. Second advantage is personalized learning. Personalized learning refers to learning styles that can be customized as per students' needs, availability, interest, and requirement. For example, individual learning interest, choice, learned style, student comfort, and availability. This enables change and adaptability of learning with options to blend and fit for all. Third advantage is engagement and involvement in learning. Technology in education involves engagement and involvement of teachers and learners. Digital tools, interactive applications, and software use technology with tools and style. Such a process boosts engagement and involvement of learner. For example, smartboard, 3D animation, visual learning, engaging games and play. The next advantage is collaborative learning. Technology in education includes different collaborative tools and methods to reinforce learning. It opens up new dimension and perspective to education. Explore how technology impact and collaborate among students and a group. For example, smart board, webinars, workshop, learning platform. Next advantage is immediate learner feedback. Technology makes quick option for immediate and personalized feedback. Educators or teachers can assess student learning and performance and send feedback. For example, feedback after e-learning assessment, online test, analytical tool for learning, etc. Cost effectiveness. Mixing technology into education can be cost effective and decreases many expenses. It gives access to online learning, which have now low expenses and saves resources. For example, the cost of infrastructure other energy resources, and administration expenses are cut. Virtual classroom, remote learning, free digital resources, and scalable automation cost and decreases expenses. Inclusive learning. Technology plays a vital role in inclusive learning, making it open for diverse learners from all around, regardless of the learner's background, location, ability, disability in learning is provided to all. Role of technology in education with the help of digital and interactive tools fosters inclusive learning. For example, technology facilitating education for individual personalized learning as per the requirement, remote student, economically weaker section, even working people, etc. Digital literacy. Digital literacy refers to effective utilization of technology for equipping students with the skills. Through digital technology in education, it initiates personalized learning and style. It spreads access to information, collaboration, communication, and digital safety. For example, students can navigate different interactive tools and online resources, create multimedia design and presentation, flexibility in learning. The another advantage of technology allows users to students to enjoy flexible learning to environment. It has options for personalized learning, flexible timing, learning from anywhere in the world. Diverse learners from all geographical places have an option to learn. For example, personalized learning for students who require special learning, extra classes, hybrid learning, etc. Access to information. Technology brings access to information through various different sources from all around the world. It bridges the gap, such as distance, remote places, diverse background, and financial barriers. For example, websites and internet access, interactive session, e-book, e-libraries, tutorials, videos, and others. Digital learning environment. Digital or virtual learning environment is an online platform that involves the process of teaching and learning. In digital learning platform, learning happens through virtual mode in virtual learning environment. For example, through learning management system that is Canva and Google Classroom, video conferencing platform like Google Meet, Zoom, and Microsoft. Increase efficiency in learning. Technology initiates learning efficiency and process. This is through improving communication, sharing platform, material, immediate feedback, and personalized learning. For example, technology quickens teaching and learning process through automatic update, ready-made templates, design teaching and learning platform. Technology helps children to stay motivated during the learning process. Most students don't like to go to school if they feel like they are wasting their time. When there is technology allowed in the classroom, then teachers have an opportunity to let kids work at pace, which suits them most best without disturbing others. They can look up for additional information about the subject they are learning about the day, play educational games that reinforce the lesson, or work on advanced material using program like Learn. Because of many today technology option allow students how well they are doing compared to the average of all users. It gives them a chance to push harder for themselves and their education. Many of the programs encourage learning, also issue rewards or award certificate, which help to make the lesson fun as well. It encourages more communication between teachers and the parents. When there is technology in the classroom, then there are more opportunities for parents and teachers to connect with each other. Using a black for classroom can help parents to see what their children are learning each day. Apps and software options allow teacher instantly report on child behavior to let parent know in real time what is happening throughout the day. These are options for there are options for chat boxes, instant messaging, other forms of communication as well. Let not forget about the email here either. Since 1990, when there is technology option came into the classroom, it created more reliability in messaging between teachers and parents. Should there be a need to talk? Technology of options in the classroom are very affordable, although the cost of having technology in the classroom can be significant. If you are introducing new option to entire district, the cost of student computers, tablet, class essential is minimal. The internet is the first technology since the printing press which could lower the cost of a great education, and in doing so make cost benefit analysis much easier for most students. It creates a new way to learn for today's students. There are critical forms of intelligence that we see in children today: emotional, creative, and instructional. The traditional classroom environment, which typically encourages lecture-based lesson, focus more on later option. Standardized tests and similar ranking tools do the same. When kids have access to technology today, then those who excel outside the standard learning setup can still achieve their full potential. Technology allow children to embrace their curiosity in multiple ways. They can try new things without embracement because their technology access gives them a level of anonymity. This process allows kids to work through trial and error if they wish to see if a different strategy helps them to learn more effectively. Technology allows us to give student access to data from single location. Do you remember when a research project want to visit library and so that they could pull 4 to 5 books to read, have access to encyclopedia and even microfilm to view so that they had enough resources to finish their assignment. Technology allows students to access every item they need for a project from central resource instead of spending all the time searching for something specific, waiting for your library turn in order to order it. You can run few queries on Google and find what you need. Another advantage, it gives us better access to behavioral data on student. The various software choices, technological platform collect data on students that they can show attendance pattern, learning issues in specific subject, and how they react in particular situation. This information leads to the creation of profile where teachers, schools, parents can work together to identify places where additional learning may be necessary. Technology even help a school district find their highly capable student to keep pushing them towards more challenging work so that they remain engaged with learning environment. Another advantage, technology helps to prepare students for their future world. Even if there are warnings from medical providers about the amount of screen time that the student receive in the classroom environment, the reality of the modern educational system is that we must have technology exposure now, how to prepare our children for the world they will face as adults. This sector will continue to evolve. If they are not prepared to use these items today, then tomorrow could be a struggle for them. It means more some traditional subject might not be as important to teach for some schools or teachers. It is more important to have a student learn how to write in the cursive or know how to type without using two-finger chicken pecking method. Is coding more of a critical skill than learning how to cook? Should kids know how to put the chair together in a wood shop? They have the ability to put together in their own computer. Next advantage, the introduction of technology allows for teaching of needed vocational skill. By introducing technology to students from early age, we can teach them the critical vocational skills that are necessary for success in the digital world. Technology in the classroom encourages collaboration. Students retain very little amount of information they receive when a teacher lectures from textbook. When there are interactive lessons on chalkboard or whiteboard, kids can remember about 20% of what they were taught. The teacher encourages small discussion, then the percentage can quadruple. Technology gives an easy access way to develop collaboration skills for students using online tools that encourage them to work together in safe ways. If kids can practice what they were taught immediately, there is very little that they forget. Another advantage, it encourages student to stay engaged with learning environment. Kid gets bored very easily when they feel like they are already know what is taught in their classroom. Some children will transform into mentors or leaders in the situation to help their fellow students. But there are many more who disengage because they lack stimulation. By introducing technology to the classroom, there are fewer places where receptive learning must work take place. Teachers can introduce new subject, they try new technique or use different projects to encourage ongoing learning, which creates more overall engagement. Teachers have more credibility when they use technology in the classroom. Teachers are sometimes hesitant to use technology in the classroom because they are unsure of what students might have at home. Giving homework assignment that require computer access to a student without the technology at home would be waste of time. There can also be pushback from parents who are uncomfortable giving their kids additional screen time for learning. When you can introduce these elements in the classroom and have children learn there, you can overcome the socio-economic barriers that are sometimes in the place of low-income families. We have discussed elaborately about the advantages of technology in education. Now we are going to analyze the disadvantages of usage of technology in education. The presence of technology can be distracting to students. When the kids play video games, they can find themselves reacting with addiction like behaviors. They are focused on the entertainment they receive more than anything else. The educational environment uses reward based games to encourage learning. Then the child might be more concentrated of what they receive through the software or app instead of what they are learning. Although correct answers can be an indication of knowledge, there may not be as much information retention as hoped. Teachers must enforce healthy boundaries when they are using technology in the classroom to ensure healthy results are possible. Second disadvantage, technology can make it easier to cheat. Remember the TV shows and the movies where kids would break a teacher's classroom, steal the answer key to test, and then they write down everything on the wrist, shoe, or slip of paper. Now, your student can send themselves the text with information. They can send the data to anyone else with the phone. Email can relay this information too. There must be a strict rules in the place about the usage of technology during quizzes test, where an exact measurement of student knowledge is needed to evaluate overall progress. Next disadvantage, using technology can cause some students to disconnect from the classroom. Interacting online with others is a different experience than what you collaborate over the internet with someone. Being behind the screen provides you with a layer of anonymity that you don't receive with the face-to-face conversation. Learning how to work with one another using technology is an essential skill, but it cannot be other option that teachers can introduce in the classroom. We must encourage a social interaction that accurately communicate thoughts, feeling, emotion. So what the child is offline, they can still make better life for themselves. Some students may not know the difference between reliable and unreliable sources. There is a lot of information on the internet today that is fake or exaggerated in some way, but it is being real. Not only is the content sometimes fake, but then also users might not be real too. Teachers must show students how to access real information and show them how to verify its validity and then encourage them to use it appropriately. Technology is a resource not all families can afford. Whether technology in the classroom or at home, there is the issue of affordability to worry about today's world. Some households cannot afford to purchase computer for their kids to manage their schoolwork. There are school districts, they don't have enough money to pay the salaries each year, much less add new tech components for learning. When we emphasize having technology in the classroom, then we place those at the end of wage scale at a significant disadvantage. Students with greater access can learn more and have access to lessons often, which means they have additional information exposure that increases the opportunities to succeed. Some technologies could replace the teacher in some classroom. Interactive learning lessons are so effective today that the software or the app can become the teacher instead of having someone present to help the student. Instead of being in a hands-on role, technology makes the teacher more an observer. New technology updates the learning process while updating the changing students' needs. There are privacy concerns to consider with technology in the classroom. One of the reasons why it is more becoming prevalent today is because more people have greater access to technology today. When we introduce technology to the classroom, we are placing the identity of our children at risk every day. Even when app, computer, mobile devices, and operating system have advanced privacy filters that can reduce the threat of identity loss, there is no way to guarantee that all risks are gone unless the equipment never goes online. If we take this step, then we end up losing many of the advantages of having technology in the classroom in the first place. Technology in the classroom could create medical problem for kids. Eye strain occurs when you look at the computer screen for too long. Symptoms of issues include back pain, eye pain, neck pain, feeling of tiredness, blurred vision, and a problem with focus. Continuously heavy computer usage may lead to issues with early myopia. For some people, the impact of health issue is cumulative, which means at the time they spend in front of the phone, tablet, television, can contribute eye health issues as well. Kids often lose track of time when they are using technology in the classroom. Although kids can adapt to changing environment without much of second thought, their idea of normal is often defined by what they experience in the classroom. Teachers and school have much, if not more, time with children than their parents throughout the day, which means the classroom become influential part of life of the student. Encouraging the use of technology might help to create more learning opportunities, but it can lead to a lifestyle that is more sedentary. When children sit for too long during the day, they can face the same health challenges that adults do when not getting enough exercise. There can be problem of obesity, hyperactivity, muscle fatigueness, sleepiness problem, and metabolism issues with the prolonged sitting. That's why any school that introduces technology to the classroom should also encourage at least 30 minutes of moderate physical activity wherever possible. Many classroom place limits technology access because of the awareness that school have the potential disadvantage that technology can cause in the classroom. There are limits placed on the use of items under the guise of child protection. Although firewall, site blockers can prevent most dangerous content from reaching the eyes of children, it is not usual to see the issues taken up further by restricting computer work to word processing and basic research. Students come home with assignment to use the technology of their own at a library or through a loan program to place this responsibility on the parents instead. If we force limits on children instead of teaching them how to make wise choices, then is that really giving them a learning environment? Technology can create dependencies for information recall. If you cannot recall a piece of information instantly, then what is your next step to find the answer? Most of the people would say that they look it online for the data they want or ask virtual assistant to give them the answer. Having access to treasure trove of resources is wonderful, but it creates a dependency because of its presence. We do not teach students how to recall information by themselves without the use of smart device or computer, then the next generation of students may be unable to function unless there is technology for them to access. Now I have come to the concluding part of today's webinar. Education has given knowledge of the world around us and changes it for something better. Here, if we have the help of technology, it proves to be much more beneficial. Education develops in us a perspective of looking at life. It helps us to build opinion and have points of view on things of life. Today, the latest technologies are developed and used in different areas like health, education, economy, military, and other areas. If we are talking about the technology in the field of education, students can learn useful skills through technology. Also, it has huge benefit to teachers too. They can teach the content more clearly if they are providing knowledge with the more technological advancement. Education, along with technology, has resulted the ability to enhance relationship between teachers and students. When teachers effectively implement technology into subject areas, people understand the subject better. It helps make teaching, learning more meaningful and fun. There are many reasons technology is a key aspect of learning in the school. Technology is everywhere, and in order for our student to survive today's world, they must know the technology. While educational technology presents significant benefits such as personalized learning, enhanced collaboration, it also brings challenges that require careful consideration from educator, ensuring equitable access for all. Student is a crucial alongside addressing issues related to the digital divide among them. Furthermore, continuous teacher training and professional development program should be implemented to equip educator with the necessary skills and knowledge to effectively integrate technology to their teaching practice. Final thought. Technology has shaped the scenario of education and revolutionized it from time to time. With many features of technology in education, it has led to effective, interactive, and engaged learning. Technological advancement, interactive and collaborative tools have fastened the education system. Schools and tuitions have evolved with online learning platforms and digital learning environment. Technology has brought people closer, interactive, engaging and dynamic. Learn more on impact of technology on education. Educator and learner now switch to their ease method, pace and availability of learning. It has not just facilitated apps, tools and applications, but also empowered students from all over the world. Some benefits of technology gives students is more enjoyable learning experience, more information can be retained, and last is helping students to prepare for their real job. The disadvantage of technology include cost, distraction, internet usage. In today's world, technology will keep being implemented throughout our lives, and we must learn as much as we can to better ourselves in today's world. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Subramani, for such thoughtful perspectives on the role of technology in education. Today's session reminded us that technology in education is neither a blessing nor a burden on its own. It's a powerful tool that depends on how we use it. When balanced with human connection, creativity, and critical thinking, it can truly transform learning for the better. Before we wrap up, we'd love to take a few questions from our participants. Please free feel to
Hello,
unmute
sir.
yourself.
Hello, sir.
Good evening. Yes,
Good
please.
evening. I'm Jini Garg from Lucknow.
Yes, sir. Please.
There are maximum application of technology in hospitals, business, and military. Hospitals,
Yes.
we know that robots have come for surgery, etc. In business
Yes,
also,
sir.
robots are coming for loading, unloading. Military,
Yes, sir.
every drone, etc. They
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
technology based.
Using.
So
Mm.
in education, can we
Mm.
introduce simulation based learning? Simulation based learning.
Simulation black learning possible,
Sim-
sir. Where the school or the district is equipped with all computer and other related facilities available, then we can try. In artificial
Yes,
intelligence, yes, sir. In
yeah,
artificial intelligence, they are trying, sir. They
yeah,
under research, right? Once it comes
yeah.
to reality, then possible, right? Now they under experiment.
Okay. In
Welcome,
engineering
sir.
field, of course. In
Yes, sir.
engineering fields,
Yes,
this
definitely.
method. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Any other questions from anyone? Okay, since there are no other questions coming up, on behalf of SEMS Welfare
Okay.
Foundation, I extend heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Subramani for his valuable time and guidance.